My husband spent 7 years telling me he never wanted children. Then I found out he was about to become a father. When I met my husband Ryan, I was 27. And from the beginning, I was honest about one thing. I wanted kids. Not immediately. Not next year. But someday. A family mattered to me. Ryan said he wasn't sure. Which felt fair. A lot of people aren't sure in their 20s. So we kept dating. Years passed. The relationship got serious. Then came the conversations. The real ones. The ones where you stop talking about hypothetical futures and start talking about actual timelines. Every time I brought up children, Ryan would say the same thing. I just don't think I'm meant to be a dad. At first it hurt. But I loved him. And honestly, I convinced myself that love was more important. So I compromised. Again and again. I told myself families come in different forms. That maybe we'd travel more. Have a different kind of life. And eventually I stopped bringing it up entirely. Because every conversation ended the same way. He didn't want children. Period. 7 years together. For years married. And that was the future I accepted. Then one Tuesday afternoon, my entire life changed. A woman messaged me on Facebook. I didn't recognize her. At first, I assumed it was spam. Then I opened it. The message was short. Just one sentence. Are you married to Ryan Collins? My stomach dropped immediately. Because nobody starts a conversation like that for a good reason. I replied yes. Then she sent a photo. Ryan, standing beside her. His arm around her shoulders. And one hand resting on her pregnant stomach. I remember staring at that image for what felt like forever. Because my brain genuinely couldn't process it. Not the cheating. The baby. The baby. The thing he supposedly never wanted. The thing I had given up for him. The thing I had spent years grieving privately. I asked her how far along she was. 6 months. 6 months. Meaning this wasn't a mistake. It wasn't new. It wasn't a one-time lapse in judgment. This had been happening for a long time. Then she told me something that somehow made it even worse. Ryan had told her he was excited to be a father. Excited. I actually laughed when I read that. Not because it was funny. Because it was so absurd that my brain couldn't react normally. Excited. After spending years explaining to me why parenthood wasn't for him. That night I didn't scream. Didn't throw things. Didn't even cry. I just waited for him to come home. When he walked through the door, I handed him my phone. He looked at the photo and immediately sat down. Like all the energy left his body at once. Then he started saying what people always say when they get caught. It's complicated. I was going to tell you. I never meant to hurt you. But honestly, I barely heard any of it. Because there was only one thing I wanted to know. So I asked, did you ever actually not want kids? And the silence that followed told me everything. It was never about children. It was about not wanting them with me.